Yo, what's up, guys? We are back at it again with another episode. Brendan here.
Hi.
Tyler, we got a nice special guest.
Brad Rosendahl,
Special.
Millertime Collectibles.
Travis Moore.
Where can they find you? Just Instagram?
Right now, primarily Instagram.
Okay.
At Millertime
Okay.
Collectibles. Give us a
All
follow.
right.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. We got something fun cooking up with them.
Absolutely, we do.
A little bit.
Something very, very fun. August 10th.
August 10th.
August 10th. That's the next show. Gonna be a nice collab. You heard
What's
it.
up, brother?
Millertime Collectibles. So they do the cards and all the collectibles and stuff. That's gonna be fun.
Be cards
It's different
and
than
kicks,
our
baby.
normal
Cards and kicks.
events. Yeah.
Let's get it.
It's gonna be
Festival.
dope.
It's the
Not
Festivus.
expo.
It's the Festivus for the rest of us.
Not expo,
Oh,
not event, festival.
there you
Fest. Yeah. Fest.
Bonanza
Ooh,
was great.
that's one we didn't try.
Yeah.
We could have.
Torrin, where's your mic? For
Bonanza.
Bonanza? Bonanza.
This is going to
runs
be
with
a
Tony
weird week.
Danza.
Torrin does not have a mic, so it's going to be a little...
He's just gonna have
We
to
need an
shout.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm yelling.
You can text, okay?
So yeah, I know we have something to show.
Yeah.
I know they have a couple things they want to show.
Yeah.
Some personal stuff that's just in their collection.
Then
Yeah,
a banger.
and then a banger.
Absolute banger.
Okay.
Banger. Then we got, of course, some questions.
Some comments,
Let
some
people know who you
criticisms,
guys
concerns.
are.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
You want to get into your personal the personal stuff first?
We
Hey,
can.
here's what I was thinking.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about let's just like a quick reflection on like how we
got to this point.
How we got to this point.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
know how
because
the hell
the-
we got to this point,
The
other than
fucking
Torrin.
photographer.
Yes. Hey,
A minor.
yeah. Shout out.
Damn,
Shout out
Sean.
Torrin.
Shout out Torrin.
Yeah.
For
Torrin really brought this thing together.
Yeah.
So appreciate
Yeah.
Torrin and everything that he does. Obviously we use him for our videography. He does a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
But honestly, when Travis and I kind of started this is August. So this year, this August will be a year for us starting our own card show. And
Coming up
really
with a
just
bang.
focusing on, the collector, the community, the card shop,
Yeah.
and the cardboard, right? That's what it really boils down
Yeah.
to for us. And we always wanted to do a little bit more. But we also didn't want to grow too fast because we want to make sure that all of those four corners are touched.
Yeah.
And we kind of just started chopping it up a little bit about like how could we expand our reach but also blend into another genre.
Yeah.
And kicks kind of came to mind. And
Yeah, and I can take it from there. Basically, we had an opening in August, where our normal venue basically didn't have availability. We didn't want to do like our normal show
Yeah.
if we had to switch venues. So I was seeing your guys' pod with Torrin and kind of just peeping out what you guys were doing. And, we were kind of feeling like, well, we could get another venue. We could do a big collab show. We thought about just doing a bigger card show, but we wanted to make it something special and different that we feel like would bring so many different people, really from both hobbies or collections.
yeah.
And not only that, but by doing like a bigger card show for you guys too, like it would be kind of be doing the same thing that you guys are doing monthly now.
True.
Like you guys are wanting to do something different. Like
For
you
sure.
were saying, you want to touch a little bit of different genre and kind of combine some different people. So by doing a bigger card show, it didn't really probably hit the right way.
No,
for
it
you
didn't
guys.
feel
Yeah.
it didn't feel like anything extra special, and that's what I told him. I was like, if we're gonna do 120, 130, 150 table show, it's got to be something other than just like, wow, it's 150 card vendors. It's got to be something different.
It's another one of those.
Yeah.
Right?
And honestly, a lot of like card vendors don't love the huge 100 table plus shows because then there's a lot of competition and it's
Right.
hard. They like the smaller shows. So that's when I feel like, we were kind of thinking about you guys, and obviously we hadn't met yet, and Torrin was the one to kind of put that together. The man in the
Because
back.
at the end of the day, and I will say this, is like it really wasn't about getting bigger
Yeah.
Right.
at all. It was really just how can we do something different
Expand.
that helps the hobby, and then bleeds into, something very close by, very adjacent. I mean, we're sports theme, and then that's when it was kicks, and then you started telling me a little bit about them, and we were like, yeah, this is super
sense.
dope, and I'm gonna have to take a loan out just so I can buy some shoes. Yeah. Now, so
just work an extra Saturday or two. We
actually have a buddy coming in on Saturdays. We're going to need you to come in on Saturdays. Yeah, we're a few people short down on accounts payable, so we're going to need you down there.
As long as they're paying me and for their account, then I'm good. I'll come in any Saturday they want me to.
So, buddy from Florida, what are you saying?
Yeah, we got a buddy from Florida that's coming in, and he's bringing a bunch of cards.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's mainly Pokemon, but, like, it's still, like,
there's a Pokemon's
higher end cards, so.
Nice.
It's what he does in Florida. Sells shoes and cards at a shop. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think that'll be awesome.
Very, very fun.
So, what got you guys into the hobby? Like, was it just like a thing you kind of picked up during COVID? Was it something you guys have been doing since you guys were younger? Like,
yeah, I can jump into that. So, I was into it when I was younger. Growing up in the '90s. Yeah. Everybody was into Jordan, NBA. Yeah. So I was a, Jordan collector as a kid, bought and kind of, really just like traded cards, as a kid. And then put them up, I think probably, since high school they were put up. And then I would hear like rumblings of the hobby, like coming back and like, wow, cards are worth something, because this is something I probably even never told you, but like when I was in 6th grade, I put back a bunch of like my cards in this time capsule that we didn't open up until we were a senior in high school. Well, it was like this Jordan gold set that I thought was going to be worth like a crap ton of money. And then by the time I opened it up,
how'd that turn out?
It didn't turn out to be worth anything.
It didn't turn out
because they overprinted the cards. So to hear about the cards coming back,
production error,
and all of a sudden cards are worth something. So it was 2020. The easiest thing for me to kind of jump back in the hobby was to get my boys into it. And so 2020, like Christmas came around, and so I bought my oldest a few packs, and when I did, it was like $75 a pack. Now, I had been out of the hobby for so many years, so I was like, I asked the person at the store, I was like, so is this how much a pack of cards are these days? $75? He's like, yeah, that's the going rate. I'm like, wow. So I bought a few, and then we opened up that Christmas, and he got into it, and I got back into it, and I kind of drug him into it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Very similar, like beginning, childhood. I was a huge Jordan guy. Yeah. And then put it away in a closet, but I just kept my stuff put away and sealed for a very long time because I was never a seller. I was a buyer.
Yeah.
Collector. And then, when you started getting back into it with the boys, it was about, hey, check this out. Come set up me with at a show. Bring some of your own stuff that you might want to part with. At first it's like, I kind of don't want to sell much of it. Like this is great stuff. And then, Travis is kind of educating me back through it. Is it's unfortunate. Like that '90s stuff is not valuable, which I knew that it really wasn't. It had sentimental value.
Yeah.
And then you find some Griffeys, you find some Frank Thomas rookies, and you start moving those, and
Bo
it's
Jackson.
like, what's that?
Bo
Jackson, Dion, all that.
I have a ton of
and you're like,
rookie cards, like a ton.
So does everybody else. That's the problem.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, but if you got some rare ones. Any inserts, non-base cards, like that's.
I don't know if they had inserts of Ken Griffey Jr. back then.
They had some inserts.
Did they?
Yeah, they were few and far between.
And overprinted.
Because it felt like everything was retail, right? There was. Anyway, so we got back into it, and then so we did shows for better part of a year, and then we decided we were like, we're gonna do our own show, and we want to do it in Noblesville because that's where we live, and figure out a way to give it back to the community and the hobby.
Which that's a great area to be in for sure. I think Noblesville people in that surrounding area is a whole lot more supportive. not comparing it to some other towns or anything, but the people there, like families are more interactive and like doing things.
Yep.
Even throughout the week, shit like that. They're more willing to just do stuff and be out. I like Noblesville for
a lot of busy families, and it's like the things that we enjoyed as a collector when we were young, and we all collected. Yeah. Right. Aside from what's that?
Still do.
Exactly right. It's that joy that it brings you. It's like how do you transfer that enjoyment into somebody else? Yeah. And someone that's just getting started was really the best part of it, and that kind of keeps the fire burning.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I like that.
So there has been a little bit of controversy in the cards that I've kind of been watching.
I had a feeling you might be asking this.
So what do you guys feel about like them putting different people's jerseys and stuff as the patch on that card? Like I've seen one that was I think it was an Anthony Edwards. Somebody pulled the patch out of it and it was for somebody completely not Anthony Edwards, but it was a Timberwolves jersey.
I can jump in. I can jump in on that. So I feel like
napkins.
Yeah, that's totally a Panini thing, and if you go back to even like kind of mid 2000s, all that stuff was game used, and so nowadays when you see a patch, 9 times out of 10, we call it a napkin, and it's basically not tied to the athlete and not tied to any specific game or event. So it's basically just like a napkin that they put in there. So for us in the hobby, we always go for game used, so we're looking at that. Now, there has been some of that stuff where you have like a really nasty patch and then you realize that, say you have a Curry patch and then it's got like letters on it that aren't even in Curry's last name. I've seen that. Yes. And I think that's kind of Panini doing Panini things, which, it's, and Panini's the manufacturer and kind of has the conglomerate of all the licenses right now. But in 2025, right?
Baseball's going to what?
All of it's going to Fanatics, which Fanatics owns Topps.
Yeah. And
so, we're gonna see this year. We're gonna see Topps Chrome basketball again. Now it is not going to be NBA licensed, but it's going to be player like association license. So they'll have the players. They're going to have LeBron, Ant-Man, the Wemby.
Wemby would have like a blank black jersey.
Kind of like what they were doing with like
what they do with Leaf.
Skybox.
I have a Prism, I think that's Bryce Harper, and it's gray. Yeah. It's like it was a gray jersey, and they just grayed the whole front.
Well, if they're smart, and later we're going to reveal some Tyson Beck designs where he does it in a way that it doesn't look like it's not NBA licensed, or it's art. It's art, and like,
does it devalue the card?
If it's not licensed, yes. So like Leaf is really hard to sell. I love Leaf products, but they'll be the one that like have like a Kobe and just like blank out his jersey, and it's harder to sell. But their cards are really awesome.
And it's tough on what you compare it to, but like Leaf has a niche. Right. Yeah. But niche stuff is not sticky stuff. Necessarily. You have to find a niche buyer, right? That just wants to pick up this player or whatever.
I think I saw one that was like a Leaf card that was like a 6 person auto and patch, and it was like it was like
double-sided, 3 on the front,
like 3 on the front, 3 on the back, and it had like Hulk Hogan
I've seen that shit.
Muhammad Ali and like all these random ass people, and none of them are from the same
Martina
sport.
Navratilova.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing? Like
a tennis player.
Where did you guys come from? Why is this?
Yeah, what was the idea behind this?
It's sticker autos too, and that whole little.
I know that's devalues them.
Yeah, that whole play is basically they send a whole sticker sheet to the athlete. And they just sign their name, however many their contract is for, they got to sign. Send them back, and then Panini or Leaf or whatever, the manufacturer, takes that sticker and then puts it on their product later. So I've learned too, like as much as I love autos, I'm now as a buyer, I'm more into the on-card autos because the athlete held it in their hand and wrote on it physically.
Yeah.
So that, I'm sure that relates to shoes too in some way. That's like, kind of where there's some little side part that's like not as authentic. And I feel like sticker autos is that, for us.
And like some of the stuff that even you have, like Andrew Luck, Marvin Harrison, whatever, that on card in person, the great piece of that is that you can certify those, right? You can send it to Beckett, get the DNA done.
Yeah.
Now it's encased, it's preserved, and it's been authenticated through an authority to say like, hey, this is real.
Yeah.
Which then brings that value right back more than outside of the sentimental value that I was there. I got.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got Marvin's auto, but like now it's truly an asset.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like in that situation, like I know I had a Reggie Wayne that was in there. That was it was basically like one of the small like gum pack cards that they had put a border around and then shipped it off. I had one of those signed, like in person signed. It wasn't an actual like whatever. So getting that signed, really the only way that you're going to get anything out of that would be to get it sent off and authenticated and then them get it back.
Yes, other than if you just want to, say, hey, I got this at training camp and you're going to take a lesser value to sell it, right? What you could do is say, hey, I guarantee you go authenticate this. I guarantee it will be authentic, or you can come back and I'll buy it back off you, right? Yeah. We have a few like Paulo Boncaros that I know a guy that I met in Florida, and he gets them all hand signed. We've sent in probably 10. We have another 5 at Beckett right now.
We should get them back anytime.
We should get them back anytime, but we have another 5 that are raw. I know they're all real. So we're selling them right now, and if people buy them, we're like guarantee authentic.
There was a person that I know that traded a bunch of clothing and stuff like that. They were up in Green Bay, and they did a bunch of AJ Dillons like that, where they just bought a bunch of like a lot of nothing but AJ Dillon rookie cards and traded it out X amount of clothing for him to sign X amount of cards. And he came and signed all their cards. They sent them off, and then they sold all the cards because it would get more money.
No, for sure.
Yep. Forget what I was going to add, but it was on the Palos. Those have come back, and when we have got them back, we haven't had them long. Yeah. Right. As soon as they're encased, everyone knows they're authentic, and it's like quick. There's no second guessing anymore. Yeah. And we've had a few people buy them raw.
Sure.
With that same understanding. Authenticate it, bring it back. If for some reason it's not, we'll pay you back, but we know that it is. Right?
Yeah. Just the insurance is there.
Yep. Now speaking, and we have a tendency to ramble, but speaking of like on-card autos, at our last show, we bought like 8 or so, multiple Joe Burrows, some Trevor Lawrence, Peyton Manning, Herbert, Hurts. I forget who else. Like maybe 11 cards or something.
Yeah, 12. 10, 11 cards.
Got them for cheap. I'm a gambling man.
In retrospective of what cheap is for them.
$15 a card. So paid
signed?
Yeah.
Wow.
So paid $15 a card because
the gamble here.
The gamble is: are they or are they not? They look authentic. I know a lot of their autos because I've bought and sold a lot of the autos. So we're taking a gamble. They do have authentication, although the authentication is not credible. No. So it doesn't matter. So we're going to send it to PSA.
It's a 50-50 authenticator, right? It's one that's not a PSA, a Beckett, SGC, JSA, any of those big authentication houses.
Yeah. I know whenever they do like JSA, for instance, so I go to like horror movie conventions and like pop cons and stuff like that. And they have, I know like when they do Horror Hound that's in Indianapolis, they have JSA on site. So if you go and you get something authenticated, you can walk right over to JSA and they will throw the sticker, or they'll authenticate it and then throw the sticker on.
Yeah, that's
they
nice.
have guys there that's what their job is, to make sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
It's convenient. Yeah.
I got an autograph from Corey Taylor, which is the
Slipknot.
Yeah, the lead singer of Slipknot. So, and at the end of his table, for like $10, you already paid $100 for his autograph. For $10 more, you can get the sticker that says it's authenticated. And I was like, what the hell is $10? I just paid $100 for his autograph.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, we gambled on that. We spent $150. I think there's 11 or 12 cards, whatever 15 a card is. I'm horrible at math. 10. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like if a few of them are real,
we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it back.
We'll make our money, no problem.
It sounds like if literally one of them's
Yeah,
real,
there's
you're getting your money back no matter
One
what.
borough.
You know
There's
what
a Lamar Jackson in there as well. And so like I saw them and I wanted to buy all of them.
And I
Lamar's is
we looked
weird,
at them
though.
side by side with anything that actually had been slabbed.
Yeah, it's
or
damn
DNA'd.
near, like it's so damn.
I'm like,
Dude had a steady hand.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Lamar's
guess.
autograph, he changed his autograph at one point, I think, didn't he? He did like his rookie year autograph versus what he autographs now. Is
a lot of
little
them,
bit different.
a lot of them do that, and a lot of them get real lazy with it. Like,
Peyton Manning did that.
yeah, well, and Anthony Richardson's now done it, and it's just a tiny AR, which sucks.
Yeah, I mean you've seen it in Anthony Edwards. I feel like Luka's always been.
Giannis-
Luka always looks
Luka.
like Lulu.
It's just Lulu, but Giannis
Yeah.
started with he did it in Greek. Remember, Andy told us that,
Yeah, that would be
which was
super
really cool.
awesome
And
to
now
have
he's
it in
just got a
Greek.
real like little scribble.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, I know that I have some Peyton Mannings and stuff like that as well. And like literally the autograph that I got from like one of the first days at camp versus the autograph that I got on like their last day of being in Anderson ever. Signatures are completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you send them both in and hope they both get cleared?
Because
Like-
they have examples from year to year to year to year to year.
artificial
Yeah,
intelligence
and
too.
they-
It's gonna, they've got algorithms that basically.
They throw
Have
baby
studied-
powder on that shit and see if his fingerprints are
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, basically.
yeah,
That's right. Yeah, they get a detective in
I
there.
think they take
basically
into
sweep it down.
consideration though that on card auto is 9 times out of 10 rushed.
Yeah.
Last year we went to a bunch of Colts games, have season tickets, and we go and get a bunch of autographs. Those athletes, a lot of times, my kids are holding the cards, and they're just, what I mean? So it's like
It's
I
like
think
tearing
they,
off a piece of paper.
they played the on Tampa Bay, and we had like Baker sign like 4 or 5 different
Mike
cards.
Evans.
Mike Evans, a lot of those guys. But it's quick.
Yeah.
So, authenticators, I feel like you gotta.
Have some lenience.
Yeah, you got to understand that like it's quick, and sometimes the pin isn't working, and like with Baker's, like the pin wasn't working, and then he like went like that, and then it authenticated still. So, some of that stuff I feel like they take into consideration.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is your guys', since you're coming up on your guys' 1 year, so far, what is your guys' favorite thing about throwing events?
Oof,
I think
that's
it's got to be the connection part of it, the networking.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
get to meet so many great people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, when you really think about it, we got a chance to meet you because
Yep.
Yeah.
we knew Torin, and Torin helped us out, right? So that's probably the best part of it. And like I said earlier, those are the kind of things that keep the fire burning. Yeah, the money's okay,
Right.
but it's not about the money. If
Yeah.
it's about the money and only the money, then you lose the value and the fulfillment of everything else.
of what you're going for.
Right. So if it was about the money, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. Right.
Like, it's a hobby. I want to make it fun.
Yeah.
I want to keep it fun.
That's one thing that I like, that we like to hear, because we're the same thing. We're not doing it for the money. Where a lot of people, they do.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. I mean,
No.
if that's that's what you guys decide to
Yeah.
do, whatever. It just hits a little different, for sure.
Yeah. And good for them
Yeah,
that they
Yeah.
they can do something like that, and they can
Yeah.
do that full time
full time.
and make that a living and support their families, whatever.
It's impressive.
I want to keep being it. I want to be able to continue to pull on those same experiences that I had as a child. right? It was like going to the card shop, getting really excited about opening a pack. Yeah, it's going to bust sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. And then you're riding high for like 3 or 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it this way. You could go.
Really fun.
You could go and stick $100 bill in a slot machine and get the same amount of enjoyment as you can out of a box of cards. And literally at the end of the day, you could hit $1,000 cards like you could hit $1,000 bonus.
At least you have something. At least you have something.
The delta there is, though, that you know what you're going to get in a box.
Yeah.
Right.
Usually,
you're going to get X amount of cards guaranteed.
Yeah.
You're going to get 60 cards, 30 cards, and you're guaranteed
tangible.
1 autograph per box.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get an auto out of this box.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a box, though, that, like, they have, like, I don't know if it's National Treasures or what it is, but, like, they have 1 or 2 that, like, I mean, are absolutely like monster stacked cards. So you're not going to get like the
Immaculate
10 cards that you're supposed to get. You're going to
National
get 9,
Treasures,
but like one's got a piece of their cleat in it or something
No,
like that.
it's
freaking huge.
It's that, but those are like, several 10 grand.
You could be in 10 grand on a
yeah, I know.
yeah, something stupid, and you
but
get
then
like
it could sell for $1 million too. So
Right.
seriously,
That's my number one like thing about cards though is like, man, I'm not lucky enough to be the person that pulls the $1 million card. I'm gonna pull like
some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay $10,000 in cards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay $10,000 in
You're gonna
cards
get Peyton
and get
Pritchard instead of
$2,000
Peyton Manning.
maybe.
Yeah.
Peyton Pritchard.
I'm gonna get the card that
No
has just
disrespect.
like
Shout out Peyton
bad
Pritchard.
imprint that
I'm gonna get a
someone
Will
handled
Levis.
it wrong.
Okay, like not anything
Will
great.
I'd take a Will Levis right now. I mean, unproven, still very young. It's his team right now. Like
He's the oldest quarterback in that division.
he's 30. He's a 35-year-old second year player.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
How okay, on sports, how pissed off do you think Kirk Cousins is right now?
Why? He's getting paid.
He got paid $150 million, and the reason why he said he left the Minnesota Vikings is because they were going to draft a quarterback. So he goes to the Falcons and then gets paid $150 million for them to draft a quarterback.
Something tells me there was a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Front office, general manager. I don't
look. The reason
at the end of the day, if you really think about it, Falcons made a really good organizational move because what if you now have a 30-plus quarterback has not taken his teams to the promised land.
Injury prone.
He hasn't made it out of the playoffs. He's got teams very close and into the playoffs, and then kind of fell
on their face.
So
he's got
it is
one
an insurance
playoff
policy,
win.
and if you're
he's got one playoff win, and his one playoff win is Stephon Diggs' miracle catch.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
and this is no knock on Kirk Cousins because I think he's a very, very good quarterback.
He tries.
I really do.
He's neato.
He's accurate.
Yeah.
He's an accurate guy, but like at the end of the day, Falcons probably made a really good move.
No,
there.
they did.
Even though it looks bad on him and kind of them.
He's only going to be there for a couple years. Let's be honest. He's at the end of his career. It's kind of like the Phillip Rivers move to.
This is exactly what I was about to reference.
You know what I mean? It feels a lot like that. He'll have 1 or 2 years. Great for him to make that kind of money.
Yeah.
And I think he will be a good mentor to a young quarterback. And not every team thinks that they got to draft a quarterback and start him. So it wasn't really that crazy. And if they saw it on the board and was like, shit, we can get okay.
And if anybody's learned anything, that you have to pay money to get quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
4 minutes.
It's an expensive insurance policy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
I'm not a fan of Kirk Cousins. I kind of put him in the same category as Herbert. I like Herbert, but I think he's.
Did you watch the quarterback documentary?
No.
If you did, you would be a fan of Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is a very
he is likable.
Good family guy.
Yes.
Like, he literally is like the equivalent of a blue collar worker in the NFL.
That's why I said like neat. He's the type of guy that's just like neato. He's super dorky.
God-fearing man.
Khakis, God-fearing man, normal family, normal house.
Yeah.
Like, watch that and you'll feel different.
I wish
that Bo
Nix went higher in the draft.
Where did he go?
I think
I don't remember where he went, but I agree with you.
He barely went.
I
think he barely went the first round, and I think that did Minnesota pick up Bo Nix? I think Minnesota took Bo Nix.
Did they?
I should know that because I was watching Bo Nix. I was just like, how is this guy not getting into the top 10?
You're trying to tell me that he's literally the number one player in the Pac-12 for 2 consecutive years and goes behind Michael Penix? How does that make any damn sense? I mean, yes, he lost to Michael Penix, but who was he throwing to a bunch of goddamn mailmen?
I think he was Ole Miss before that, before he went to Oregon.
Yeah, I think
Ole Miss?
Something like that.
Which I don't think he had anything outstanding at Ole Miss, right?
No,
that's SEC, but I mean, SEC is a league of their own, folks.
Yeah, but he went to Oregon. He went to Oregon because he liked the culture, he wanted to be there, and he wanted to compete for a starting job. He goes to Ole Miss, and he's playing. He's a younger dude. It's almost like kind of like the Cam Newton situation where he goes and he's playing at Florida, goes into Florida, has a really shitty time at Florida, and then ends up going to Auburn and showing out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's because the system he was at wasn't working for what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I watched Bo Nix's pro day. I was really impressed with him. I really liked Jaden Daniels. If I've said this before, I was not high on Caleb Williams. We'll see. I have to support him. I have to support him now. He is a Chicago Bear. So
how much equity in the team did you guys give him?
I don't know. 0. I hope that came out to some next to 0.
I'm sure.
I really like Jaden Daniels. I thought that guy. I think Washington made out really good in this draft. But
I'm telling you, the Bears. Look, I know I now know that you're a Bears fan, but the Bears can't just ride it out like every other team. They just have to be the most controversial team in the NFL.
I don't know why.
Okay, we have. Do you like Justin Fields as a quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do too. Like last year, showed Justin Fields as a quarterback that can go out and win games.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Your team not great, realistically speaking. Here, I mean, as far as weapon wise, your guys are not like overly stacked with weapons.
Last year, this year.
Last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay. You guys didn't really have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, they're gonna do some.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were gonna have to fight real quick.
No. Hey,
they're gonna be nice. If Caleb
I'm playing.
He's supposed to. They're gonna be good
I'm
this
saying
year.
If
that.
Doesn't he paint
I
his
don't
nails?
think.
Yeah.
Doesn't he paint his nails?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Leave the man alone.
He was painting his nails at USC, and that's what people clowned on him for in the.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna,
UCLA game whenever he went up in the stands and was crying after he lost. I think that was what that game was. Yeah. No big deal. That's your guys' quarterback. No big deal.
Nice try, Travis.
Does he paint his toenails too?
He's trying to trigger me.
Yeah.
Leave the man alone.
Yeah, well, I can tell you Anthony Richardson don't paint shit.
He's
a man's man.
Yeah.
He probably
he also doesn't finish the season.
Oh, okay.
Our quarterback didn't still ask for equity.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get given to him.
Getting the gate?
Okay,
no.
Did anybody come out? Did he actually make a statement to say that I'm going to ask for equity?
Yes.
Did he say it during
his agent and his dad came out and said
his agent and his dad.
Is it the same person?
Listen, his agent and his dad are not going to come out and say something that he does not want.
Yeah. Dude,
he thinks that
you guys are trying to trigger me. Good luck. It's just, I'm a Bears fan. I've been through it all, bro. I'm also a Cubs fan. Tyler, thank you.
In his eyes, he's the next.
We've been through a lot.
Tom Brady.
There's nothing you can say that's gonna hurt me.
You said he's the next Tom Brady?
In his eyes.
Who?
Okay.
Caleb Williams.
Fine.
Well, let's see it.
No, he wants to be Mahomes. He was just Mahomes is like he wants to be that. He wants to go after that dude, but he wants to surpass.
He wants
Brady's
to go out
accolades.
to the dude. Go out with the dude.
I think
yes.
Controversially,
you're not helping the ramble.
Controversially,
here.
I think Patrick Mahomes could be better than 100%. Tom Brady.
Yes.
As far as
I'm
like,
with it.
As far as like,
I'm not going to disagree with that.
He could win just as many, if not more, rings than Tom Brady. I think that him as a game manager is just as good as Tom Brady is, and they play the game completely different.
For sure.
But
honestly, I would say he's better.
Just overall, if I was starting a team and I could pick between Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes,
Or Phillip Rivers.
That's not fair.
No.
That's not fair, though.
Manning. I put Peyton
Whatever that
Manning and Drew Brees in it. I would probably still pick Patrick Mahomes.
But it's really hard to
I'd
say.
even pick Patrick Mahomes over Lamar Jackson.
Okay, but it's really hard to say that with the way the league is played.
Yeah.
We could say that same thing with NBA of like, LeBron versus Jordan versus 90s versus 2000s. And I feel like,
Different eras.
it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mahomes, you're right though. I think he will be, first ballot Hall of Famer. He will have tons of accolades. I love watching him play.
Yeah.
He is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But I love watching him play and the way he took the game to a whole new level. So, and the quarterback position has changed so much. The way he plays versus Brady,
If you could start a franchise with any player in the NFL right now, who's it going to be? There's really only one right answer.
Mahomes.
It's Patrick Mahomes.
There's no way.
I was gonna be an asshole and say Dax Prescott.
I mean, if you want to go and
I thought you were gonna say Dax Shepard. You're like, well, he doesn't.
I was gonna say if you want to go out there and put up 10 wins, beat a bunch of really shitty teams, make it to the playoffs, and go out in the first round,
Yeah.
boy,
Aaron
you
Rodgers.
guys got Dak Prescott on lock. That's your franchise. You got
I
it.
agree.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be Mahomes.
I would maybe say C.J. Stroud right now, but it's only because he's had
It's
one
early.
really good season.
that's the thing. It's so early with him.
It's too early on CJ. It's hype now.
Yeah, the hobby.
Hype and performance at the
The
same
card
time.
hobby is,
They're
CJ
all
Stroud's
over
are
him.
Well, shit, it's only gonna get more now because of who they just got. I think they're gonna win the division this year.
I kind of hope they
As
do.
a Colts
I
fan, I really hope they don't.
I don't.
I kind
I'm
of
a Colts fan. I'm a season ticket holder.
I think
Well,
that
that's a bad investment.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really interesting. I think it's going to be really interesting to watch Anthony Richardson
triggered
and
yet?
C.J. Stroud play against each other.
If Anthony Richardson stays healthy,
He's going to.
completely different.
that
he's
could be
going
your
to.
next Tom Brady and Peyton Manning as divisional rivals.
I just think he was trying to trigger me earlier, so I had
Are the
to
Pacers
get that
losing
in there.
still?
Yeah, they're losing.
I hope you take me to the
By how
game
much?
this year.
113,
Hopefully a
119.
Bears game.
Can we switch gears a little bit?
Yeah.
Let's open this
Yeah.
Johnny real
Some-
quick.
We're ramblers.
Some PCs.
Hey, these are some great
These are
questions.
some decent
No,
questions.
they are.
some
so-
PCs. I like it.
Yeah, so Brad and I got this from it was originally, I don't know where it was originally signed, but it came from Australia, and we'd like to reveal and veil.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to do the honor? Well, I guess the camera.
Yeah,
can see
I'm gonna actually just hold the mic to you while you
All right,
while
let's
you
do
rip it. All right.
You hold it to me.
Straddle
Don't
his
pour
mouth
over me.
with the mic.
All right. So you want to give a little bit more color to Tyson back here?
Yeah, so hold on, let me think here. So Tyson Beck is a designer of cards. He's worked for Topps. He's done a bunch of things, but he also does like on-card stuff with specific athletes. He's really cool with Steph Curry, and so they've done several signings together. Now, it looks like he switched up his packaging on this. And,
Maybe it's a scam.
So this one's a
It's empty.
It's very special packaging.
little Steph Curry here.
You got a very special package, Travis.
Turn that up. So
No
Dude,
day.
where's the camera at? Right there.
That's super dope.
That is cool.
Oh, okay.
So it's got his name. It's what does it say? A limited edition official autograph trading card. So his
That's kinda
stuff
dope.
sells out within. His stuff sells out within like this. This sold out within 90 seconds.
God damn.
Okay.
So I'm part of his club now because I bought some Halliburtons. So I get like the early access.
Yeah.
And even at the early access, you have to put in a password, and it sold out within 90 seconds. So I'm on there. I have the stuff in the cart, and I'm just like hitting.
Bye.
Yeah.
Like, and then as soon as I'm doing it, it's like sold out, sold out, sold out, sold
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So we got two. We only got one that's auto, and this Steph Curry is out of 25.
Yep. Yeah, this is gonna be super dope. Oh my god. That thing is gnarly.
See that?
So he designs this himself.
He designs that, and then presents it to Steph, and then signs it, and then I think on the back, if you flip it over, it's probably hand numbered, and then tell me what the number is.
Guess the number.
I don't
You
remember
want me
what
to
we
guess
bought.
You guess it.
So it's out of 25. I'm gonna say 14.
Nope.
Whoa.
Lower.
2.
Close. Yes.
2.
Yep.
It's
Let's
two.
go. Okay.
Two? All right.
So second
off the
Brent.
line. I
We'll
like
take
it.
That's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah.
Dude, it would have been really nice to have one.
I know.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those go for
That or the
that
bookend.
and jersey number, which there wasn't jersey number on the
No.
25.
Yeah, this is sick. So how much? Obviously, it goes. I'm assuming it goes for more than what you guys paid.
Yeah. So
for
we
it.
paid around $1,200 for it. We are
for
going
both cars or just the
just this one.
Okay.
So we are going to quickly send it to PSA, expedite it, get it back for our next show, which is Midwest Monster, which is a huge 450 table show in a month from now.
Okay.
Where is that at?
June 7th and 8th in Fishers at Best Choice Fieldhouse, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, it's like
You guys definitely should come. It's
4 minutes away. What day
it's
is it?
massive. June 7th. It'd be Friday the 7th and Saturday the 8th. But we're going to expedite this to PSA. Hope that it comes back a 1010.
So a $1,200 card, now expedite to PSA, another $100+ but we want to have it back for that event because we believe we're going to have something that no one else has.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Right.
I mean, with it being from
there's
Australia,
only 25
Yeah.
in general. So
Yeah.
what are the chances that
and it's
another
hand numbered.
one of the 25?
Well, they'd
is
have to
going
do exactly what we're doing, get it in hand, quickly send it to PSA, expedite it, then get it at the show. If we get it and it's a 1010, I'm going to ask $3,500 for it.
Damn.
So,
You think you get it that day?
very likely. People
Yeah.
that are, that
Giant
are,
Steph Curry fans
yeah.
like stuff like that.
Yep.
I mean, there's not going to be another.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if there was. They'd have to be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And is that like,
Gotcha.
did they have other short print variants of that, or was the 25 the only one?
No, they do have some other shorts. They had out of 10. They had a 101, which went for I think $10,000. The other ones were cool. I was trying to get them. They were called Baby-Faced Assassin, and he inscribed a few with Baby-Faced Assassin, inscribed a few with Chef Curry, but it was so quick to get them.
Yeah.
And the Halliburtons I was telling you about. I was able to get a few inscribed ones that were All-Star 2024, and I sent those off to PSA. I'm waiting to get those back.
Yeah. Torrin, will you be there?
Are the
See?
Pacers
Yes,
going to
you were going to be there.
Seasonal.
Pacers they lost.
Damn, that's not
It
good.
was 40 seconds. They were down by 8.
Yeah.
What
That
is
is
it?
horrible to hear.
Yeah.
What just happened? What'd you
Torrin
say?
Pacers
said,
lost.
"Boo."
About to go 0-2.
You got some PCs?
Yeah, I got a couple things.
I don't know.
I'm gonna-
with the shoe that
I'm gonna
we're
bring
going to
a small
show,
over.
I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. So it's definitely not in the personal collection.
I wish it was my size, to be honest.
I'm still not sold on it. I technically haven't taken it out the box to look at it yet, so we'll see.
After he shows,
I'm gonna. I'll skip mine. I'll skip
No?
mine. Let's get to your shoes.
you want to go to those shoes, or you want to go to the surprise I brought?
What did you bring?
Oh,
Cards?
Do you
Are you a
no.
degenerate?
Mother
You bought some-
yes.
You bought
but
some-
No.
I am a degenerate.
Yes, I am.
So
Wait, I don't know how
but
to
not
answer
right
this.
now.
I don't know how to answer.
I degened off $15 on this Pacer game, so I'm not exactly super thrilled.
Oh,
right now.
well, you know what? That means you're going for the half-price appetizers here soon at Applebee's.
I can barely afford the half-price advertisers.
Oh,
after
you're
that.
good. So in 1985, there was a guy named Michael Jordan. Now, yes, they have seen the lawn, but I do have some OGs.
Wow. Okay, so
Tell me about them. Tell me what you think. Your thoughts.
Did you kick rocks in these?
No,
Oh, you
because
bought
in
them from
1985, I was born in 83, brother. So I actually acquired these from a girl I knew in high school. They were her dad's. And I would go over, we'd all hang out at her house. And I saw them, and I was like, and I think they were his mowing shoes. And I was like, man, I'd really love to have those. You know, I had some as a kid, which I actually have my kid size still. But
You have your kids,
I love that.
your
I didn't know
kids'
you
shoes
did.
still?
Yeah, your kid.
I do.
Kid size.
That's dope.
and they're the original.
Would you get rid of those, just out of curiosity?
What's that?
Size?
Would you get rid of them?
I want to know if I can fit.
Would I?
Yeah.
Sure. I get rid of both of them for the right price. I guess I'm asking you guys the shoe.
This dude mowed the fuck out of his yard.
Yeah, he did.
He might have
was
painted
prim
a
and
little
prep,
bit in
brother.
that thing. The living room. New
You know what?
color.
They're still OGs.
Yeah,
They
this
still
is
have good
nice.
shape.
They're
Shape's
still
not
wearable.
Yeah,
Well, that's
For
what I was
sure.
I've worn them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're size 12. They're my size.
literally, the collars on them are not crunchy.
No, I know. That's what I was feeling earlier.
It's like literally not crunchy at all. The shape's not terrible. I mean, for an 85,
They just need clean, man. You
they
give them a
need
good clean.
cleaned. Probably a little
Midsole
repaint.
swap.
I would even midsole swap them. And
You would what?
Midsole
take
swap.
This
take
piece.
part off.
Yeah.
And
Basically remove
they'd
the
put it
bottom.
with a new pair,
Oh, really?
and then
Yeah.
you'd be able to. I mean, be like a brand new shoe,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
ba-
honestly
ba-
probably what he would recommend.
It's like retreading a tire.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great. Yeah.
Like right here, like the way that it is right now, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So it's susceptible to cracking.
Yep.
And like
Okay.
literally falling
Dried
apart.
out.
Yeah, it's dried out. If you were to go and get a new sole on it, they would literally take all these stitches out, put the new sole on it, then stitch it
Restitch.
back up, and literally it would be like a brand new shoe. They used to do the shoe cobbling
Yes.
stuff. It's the same
Okay.
same basic concept, but with Jordans.
Yeah.
I mean, people do that.
Yeah. So let's say that I wanted to get them like
me see one of those,
restored
Tyler.
or like you know, what would my option be? And let's say that I wanted to unveil or sell them at the Cars and Kicks Fest. Do you have a guy?
I'm sure we could find a guy.
So here's
He
the
did
bad
mow,
things.
he
With
did mow the
85.
mess out of his yard,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Here's the bad things with a shoe like this, with it being
Might have changed
the
some
age
oil
that
in it.
is. You got to find the right person.
Yep.
I would assume that it's with cards too, but maybe not. There's a lot of people that are in it just for the business side, and then there's a lot of people that have been sneakerhead for 10 plus years. And with the shoe being this age, you have to find the right person.
Yeah.
So like right now it'd be a couple $100. Me personally, I wouldn't sell it for like anything less than like $1,000 just because it's from 85. Like you're not.
Oh, geez, man.
Yeah, it's fucking hard to find something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you get it restored and it's restored right from the right person.
Can you guys help me find the right person?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we'll
definitely.
give you-
There's definitely a guy in Indy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that this shoe.
Definitely go for more than 1,000.
Yeah,
But again, you gotta
If
find
you
the
do a
right person.
midsole swap on it, you clean it up, maybe a little touch up paint.
Yeah,
I mean,
he could
what do
take this creasing out.
what do you think like top end on it is? So nothing less than 1,000 top end.
Maybe $2,000. Maybe.
with a swap?
2,500 somewhere in
Depends
there.
on how they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed on this one the Wings logo is
Yep.
fucked
They're,
up.
they're
would
gonna
you-
have to respray the wing logo
Okay.
I don't even.
or relay it or do something with
Yeah,
it.
I don't even know.
How would you do that?
I mean, they have stencils.
Okay.
Yeah, I would assume that he's probably gonna have to take acetone to it and just clean it off completely.
Yep.
And then just re-stamp or re-spray.
Okay.
There's some stitching right here missing too. It's almost like this dude was a skateboarder. As I know that sounds really weird,
With
Yeah.
the toe.
but like if you look right here, like on the side of it, would be where you would go and like to ollie. You rub your foot right here.
Okay.
And it would rub this part of your shoe off, and literally it's rubbed the hole right here where
and-
like the grip tape
Oh yeah, I can
would
see it.
rub
Yeah.
against this part of your
Yep.
shoe.
I love
Unless
seeing stuff
unless
like
he
this.
was mowing against a fence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or he
I
played-
like,
He's kicking
or he
the
played-
shit out of
played
that
ball
fence,
with
though.
it.
I
don't
like
know.
Dude,
seeing
he was
shoes
mad
like
at the
this
fence.
because it has
A lot of character.
a ton of character,
Yeah.
and the story behind this is so maybe not unknown to you just because
Yeah.
you know where they came from,
Yeah.
but it's so unknown. Like, damn,
Yeah.
this shoe is from '85, and it's still holding up, and it's been through the ringer.
For sure.
Think about all the cool shit that this has probably been like.
Was this
all
fucker
over.
at Woodstock? Like what has this shoe been through?
Yeah.
And-
What I think about is just the story, like the movie Air. You guys seen
Loved
that?
it. Yeah.
It's a great movie, and just thinking about like the energy level, everything that it took to even get this into production.
Yeah. The build up.
And the rules that you had to break.
The fines
get
that
there.
he got because
wasn't
not
it,
enough
right.
weight on it.
Was it Tinker that did these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Did this?
Well, I would
No.
love.
No,
What'd
No,
you
he
say?
did not.
Tinker
What'd
did
you
on
say
it?
Tinker.
He did the 3.
Tinker Hatfield is the person
Yep.
that designed the 3, the
Yeah.
4, the 5.
Okay.
He
Okay.
designed like a bunch of the major Jordans that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he designed the 2 as well.
He's the reason why Jordan stayed on
Yeah.
and like it popped off the way that it did.
For sure.
And then of course,
Because this
the
didn't
free
do
throw.
well right away.
no.
No,
Yeah.
these you could
No.
have bought these like in the stores for like I think there was pairs that are like $30 or $40.
Yeah,
like,
back
Okay.
then, 30
you
or
could have
40
paid
bucks.
$30 or
was
$40
Yeah.
for
a couple
this
days
shoe.
worth of work. But
Yeah.
still.
Well,
and
I
then,
would
of
love
course-
to leave them with you guys and
You know
figure
what?
out what we can do with them.
Is this Nike's technical first basketball shoe?
No, they had the Airship. That was before this.
Airship. Okay.
The Airship is the shoe that Jordan wore before
This-
he wore the Jordan.
Yeah.
1.
This was the game
Airship-
changer because basically they broke the mold. The rules that they had in the NBA at the time.
Yeah.
There was certain color schemes,
All
and it was
white.
really like it was all white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Converse ruled the world. It did.
Yeah.
You know, so
With
Nike was
Larry
just trying to
Bird
get on the
Magic.
scene.
Yep.
But just, I think
I'm gonna end
that's
up watching that
the
movie tonight.
interesting thing about it is the counterculture at the time that it thought process, energy, push the envelope, what you had to do just to bring that to production.
Right.
And what we learned through the movie was just there was a lot of negotiation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
His mom didn't put up with any bullshit.
yeah, Dolores
No.
is awesome.
Well, yeah, I may leave these with you guys, or if there's somebody in Indy that I need to get them to, I would like to have them ready to go for the Carts and Kicks Fest. That's my goal.
Okay.
And I also have the kid version that maybe we could do as well. I will say the kid version I think is in much better shape.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm asking about the kid version is because I'm having a kid. So like
Okay.
kind of be cool to have with their collection
sure.
stuff that you know what I mean.
They were mine as a kid, so
the kid version will help.
and my kids are
restore
past
what you got
that
here.
age. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Sell the kids, not sell the kids physically.
Sell the
You
kid.
said you'd sell the kids. Damn.
Sell the
That's
kid.
10 grand, baby.
Yeah,
Are they
sell the
blonde,
kid version and
blue-eyed?
restore these bad boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use it
Okay,
to
so let me ask you this.
use
Yep.
to invest.
Do you want to sell them?
I would sell them, but I
Okay.
don't want to sell them in the condition they are.
Okay.
I would like to see what they come back and how pretty they are.
Determine
Go from
if
there,
you
yeah.
would want to
Yeah.
get rid of them or not.
Yeah, you know what though? Like I still probably would.
I think you're gonna sell them.
I think I would sell them, but I would just love to see like
With money in your face, yeah.
and restored glory and like it'd be a
Yeah.
cool little story to.
The thing for you is you go, okay, I could either have this $1,000 pair of shoes that I'm probably going to wear next to never,
Mhm.
or I could have this card that's a Jordan card that would be in my collection and I would like
Yeah,
more
No,
than
for sure.
the shoe. You know what I mean?
for sure. And I wouldn't wear them. I've wore them before, not maybe 5 times, if that. You know, but they still got great color.
Heck, you
know?
get them reconditioned, they look good enough. I might be a buyer.
Oh, let's go. 2,500. Brad.
Put them in a acrylic
Acrylic
case.
They've been in my studio.
It's-
That's where
it's
they're in my
perfect.
studio at home.
It's perfect for my basement,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And be like, these are the OGs. These are the ones, man.
Yeah.
The one, literally.
What shoes do you guys got to show us? Because
Yeah.
Applebee's is sounding
Check it
good
out.
right now.
Yeah, Applebee's is coming in hot, baby. Let's show these.
Let's see what
guys.
you got.
So
Pacers. I don't
sold
know.
the bag because they suck.
Dude, they
Pacers-
just they're
There's
inconsistent.
a Clorox
man.
ad. They're getting the bleach out. It's not
they
good.
got bleached out.
Boo.
0-2. Let's go back to Indy.
So speaking of Tinker Hatfield,
Oh, Tinker.
we can show you a pair that he's created.
Oh,
Those are
man.
nasty.
So
I love that colorway.
What size are these?
Industrial blues.
13.
Yeah.
Dang.
I love that colorway.
One of the
This
original
looks
colors.
This
for one of the
does
fours that
look
came
big.
out.
So sick.
Military blue.
Man, if these were 12, I'd be a player.
He's 12 too. It's not the same exact color because it's not military blue. They changed it to industrial blue, so they changed it a little bit.
Yep.
But isn't this closer to the OG color?
It is. Which is
I like
which
those.
is the reason why I ended up buying them anyways. Because they're still sitting. Like you could buy them off Nike still. Like they mass produced them. But they've changed a few things on the Jordan 4 specifically recently.
So are these considered the retros still?
These would be these would still be a retro
Yep.
4.
So are you
I
going to
love
just, kind of dead stock these or what are you what are you going to do with them?
I have a
Buddy.
I have a problem with not wearing none of my stuff. So they're just gonna sit for sure.
So you don't wear most of your stuff?
I can he does not.
I would say like 80% of my stuff I've
You've never
been
wore them.
Mm-mm.
I love that.
So they sit in the box.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Yeah.
collecting value.
Yeah.
So I like
Those are
that
sick,
these have the soft tab. So
Yeah.
a big thing that I don't like about Jordan 4s is that they used to make these tabs super hard.
Yep.
And they were like would almost cut your Achilles.
Yep.
Like because like it was super hard. Well, they did a shoe that was called the SB for skateboarding.
Yep.
And they went and changed these tabs to make them really soft, and now they're like rubber instead of them being like hard plastic. So now that's different. And then they changed the shape of them a little bit. They made them more like narrow top to bottom. So they said that they're going to take every Jordan 4 from now on and basically make it the same shape as the SB Jordan 4, which was ironically the shoe of the year last year.
Okay.
And it's just going to be the Jordan 4. And then if they end up putting an SB on the back, cool. If not, then
I always love, like, from the OG Jordans, like early stuff, I love the big Nike, like,
The very prominent.
yeah, it's not
branding.
prominent in the later stuff, but in the early stuff,
They're starting to bring it back because nostalgia.
Yep.
People are more apt to buy. People are more apt to buy something like this than just like the normal like Jordan sign on the back.
oh yeah.
The normal Jordan sign is like not a problem, but like the Nike Air is like bringing it back to the old times.
For sure, yeah.
Stuff like that, which like this shoe wouldn't even make sense because it's not like the
Without
original
that, yeah.
military blue
Yeah.
because it's a new name, but it matches.
I do find it really interesting, by the way. The Jordan 3 is the first one that has the Jumpman on it. Okay,
Yeah.
like the Jordan logo, basically, right? But did he not do the Jordan Jumpman logo in the dunk competition in '88? So that would have been the year that the shoe came out. They just create, or no, they did that.
I don't know.
That picture from the sky. It was like literally like looks like a sunset and him.
Yeah, I
playing.
know.
Yeah, he got sued over it.
Oh, I know what
But
you're
they
talking
did.
about.
He did
Yes.
debut the
I
Jumpman
forgot about that.
dunk in the dunk competition.
You're
But,
totally
like,
right about that.
I was trying to figure out like
I
why
forgot
did they
about
come
the
out
whole
with this
sunset
logo
silhouette.
on the 3? Like why'd they come out with
Oh,
it on the
man.
3 if he didn't do it until
I
the
haven't
dunk
seen that in a
competition?
while.
But yeah, they used to have.
Those
they
are
had
pretty
that
sick,
Tho-
though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Picture.
Those are sick.
I think
Both of them are sick.
I think that they came up with that, and then he ended up doing it at the at the dunk contest for that reason,
Right. Like
to make it iconic, kind of set the tone for what they were trying to do.
Yeah, those.
I'm a
that
sucker for grays and blues anyway. They go with everything.
a thing that I think that would be kind of cool to collect, and it's in the card. In the card,
something on your
range would be the retro cards, but like
I know.
slabbed retro cards that are like
just like the
ESA
vintage
10.
stuff.
Well, like whenever they came out with Jordans before, they came out with a little card in them,
Yep.
and it said it's a retro 3, and then it would tell you about the retro
For sure,
3
yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
And they stopped doing that ever since. But
they did it in 2016.
with the 8s, they did the Aqua 8 that had that
Yeah.
retro card. But they
Was
did.
that
But
16?
Didn't they do the 3s that came with that pamphlet too? The white cement 3s came with a pamphlet. But like, back to what I was saying, the retro cards were like a 2000, like an early 2000s to like maybe 2009 or 10 thing.
Yeah.
And they don't do them anymore. But I think I think that they're probably super collectable as PSA 10.
Oh, I'm sure.
I wonder if someone has sent one in and got it graded.
Any of that
and slabbed.
Any of that marketing stuff that you don't see around anymore. I mean, one, it's hard to find, and the people that actually know the value are already asking too much for it.
Right.
But if you can get your hands on, like, I mean, I even showed him like some old posters that I've kept, just Jordan posters that were still in the tube.
Yeah.
That I've never pulled out. But I got like an old, like early 90s, like just a Nike poster. But just like if you look at some of that old school marketing, like I loved it. It was all over in Sports Illustrated. Just some of that really cool stuff you don't see around anymore. I like it.
I don't know why this conversation just made me think of this. Do you remember in the stores they had those old advertising fucking plastic pieces, and it would say Nike or Jordan or something? That's what they put the shoes in. I have one somewhere.
Oh, you do?
That motherfucker might be in my attic.
Let's go.
Just like an old like advertising.
I still have the box for it and everything.
Bring it to Cards and Kicks.
Yeah, bring it to Cards and Kicks. Set that
Dude,
up.
I have
That would
to
be
look
dope
for that. I know I have a stand, like a stand, and on both sides shoes, like you'll display them, and it's a Jordan one. And it came from Finish Line. I'm like, you can't even find it. You can't even find it on eBay.
Speaking of marketing, well, first of all, is there anything else we want to discuss on this, or do we feel like we're
No, I'm good.
No, I mean, we're
other than his whenever he's ready.
Oh, I was just gonna skip my stuff. I thought
you were skipping it?
I was all about the Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
And like,
I really think
we're good on content.
Yeah. Just going back to marketing, Cards and Kicks Festival,
August 10th.
August 10th. We are doing 11 to 5 p.m.
Yep.
Is the general admission, $10 per person, $12 and under are free. We have
$12.
We're going
$12. 12 and under.
$12 and under is free.
Children 12 and under.
We'll take 12, not 10.
Yeah. And then the VIP is what, 10 a.m.?
Yep.
10 a.m.
Yes.
If you show up earlier and we're there, we'll probably let you in. But
Yeah, for $15 per head.
Yeah.
But yeah, look out for a bunch of promo materials.
Oh, yeah.
We have literally 3 flyers being made at the same time
Yes.
to determine which one we like the most.
We do.
A lot of advertisement coming.
wrong with that.
No.
The more the merrier.
We got choices.
Yep.
Right, and we can if
I'm
we
a
have to.
married man. I'm not allowed to have choices.
Yeah.
I
Same.
get told what I'm supposed
Oh,
to
okay.
do.
Depends on what you believe in, bro.
Well, I'm telling you, let's go to Applebee's.
What's up, brother?
Tuesday. Oh shit. So make sure you guys check them out. Instagram, Millertime Collectibles.
Check us out.
You guys have any numbers or any special characters?
OnlyFans.
Or just
No.
military collectibles?
No, at
Millertime
Millertime Collectibles. Find us there. You're gonna see everybody we follow. We follow these guys. So give them a follow. You follow us
You guys
first.
do YouTube
and back and
too?
forth.
Yes.
Right. They have their own pod as well.
Yep.
So
Speaking of which, we're in edit mode.
Torn
Podcast
should have it
episode 3,
soon, yeah.
Launching soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be a multi-part, likely 2 parts, part 1, part 2. It's a very long conversation, but a very, very special guest.
Yeah,
and
with
I think
Andy
a lot of people will
from
agree.
Indie Card Exchange. Yeah,
Yep.
the owner of Indie Card Exchange.
before we leave, and we're gonna end on this mic drop.
Let's do it. Don't
Are
actually
we
drop the
talking
mic.
goat?
Go.
I knew you were going to talk.
Go.
Dude, this one's easy, man.
We're going to say Michael Jordan.
It's so
What's
easy,
yours?
but it's
Hey,
so hard.
let me answer
Are we going
it.
sports
Let
or
me
are we going,
answer it.
we going rappers?
Let me answer it.
Yeah.
MJ,
Michael
all
Jordan.
day,
Michael Jordan.
6-0 in the finals.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
If that's what we're going after, I get it.
Michael Jordan.
If that's what we're going after, what else are we
Yeah.
going after, Tyler?
Who else could
If
you?
we're
If we're-
only
if we're
using
only
the
talking-
championships,
No.
If we're only
it's
talking
MJ.
about playoffs and championships,
MJ,
then what else are we talking
There is-
about,
well,
Tyler?
okay,
There's
actually,
nobody else in the
Because what
conversation.
else is
Please
important
don't tell
when
me you
it
put
comes
LeBron
to
in the
the most
conversation.
elite?
LeBron's for sure top 3.
Sure, but he's not.
He's not one.
GOAT stands
but
for
like-
greatest of all
Well,
time. He's not. He's
what's
not
his
there.
face has like 8 championships, right?
Bill?
Yeah.
Bill Russell?
Yeah. So if we're doing championships, Bill Russell. Right?
No, we're not doing
different.
championships. We're just doing greatest of all time.
No,
That's good.
I would say
Dude, he was
MJ
playing a
just
bunch
from
of
what
fucking
he's been
mailmen.
able to do in the time frame that he was in.
What did you say?
I said Bill Russell. They said, "Oh, well, he's got 8 champions." I'm like, "Yeah, but he's playing a bunch of goddamn
Yeah,
mailman."
no
shit."
shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
firefighters.
he was
man.
playing a bunch of.
Hey, no disrespect to
Pistol
the mailman or the firefighter,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
different breed of athlete.
Yeah.
They were
I
not
would
the most
only-
athletic.
I would only go
Yeah.
down when LeBron's done and say LeBron just because of longevity. Like, there's not
That
been
he
very
could-
many people
that
that
he could-
Longevity of
that
the
he could
flock.
run the
He's the
farthest.
biggest
I
fucking
know,
baby
I
out there,
know.
bro.
Okay,
Like-
so
Wow.
he's
if you look at playoff record, if you look at
Caitlin Clark.
if you look at finals record,
yeah,
it's not even close.
yeah.
It's Kobe and Jordan with the highest winning percentage
know.
in the playoff and in NBA finals.
Can we
Yeah.
throw it to a female goat?
Female goat?
Yeah.
You gonna say Diana?
Cheryl
Of
Miller,
Wait, of
Reggie's-
basketball or just in general?
basketball.
Oh,
We gonna call
Sue
Caitlin
Bird.
Clark already?
Huh?
They can't.
Who?
Sue Bird.
That's another longevity one.
That's
right?
the only one I know other than like a few that are playing now.
Tamika Catchings.
Cheryl Miller.
Okay.
Is
Don't
that
know.
you don't
Reggie's
even
wife?
have-
She used to beat her brother
No,
one
it's
on
Reggie.
one all the
That's
time.
Reggie's sister.
Yeah. Oh.
She was way better than Reggie.
Really?
Yeah.
She
Damn.
used to beat.
I don't
her
know if we can
one-on-one.
call Caitlin Clark the GOAT
Nah.
already
One
with her first WNBA season, but
She'll
shout
fuck.
One
out
of the
Fever.
greatest
Yeah.
collegiate athletes of all
Yes,
time
for sure.
across any sport, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I will say thank you guys for
Yeah.
having us and the
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the half price appetizers.
Yeah, and I,
Bring me my goddamn chicken wings.
Yes. Is this sponsored by Applebee's?
Yeah.
Dude, we
Invite
should
us,
get
Applebee's.
a sponsor by
I'd
Applebee's.
love to have
And
a
I-
sponsorship.
honestly,
Have
like,
Lisa pop up out the back and
Where's Lisa?
fucking-
We gonna meet
She's
her?
our waitress.
All right,
dude.
let's go.
All right, let's go see.
See you guys.
See ya.
all right,
Thanks
so,
for the pod.
Yeah, so let's just. I wanted to say something.
I'm going to see Lisa.
Yeah,
All right, thanks for signing off, and we're not ready.
No, we're
to
not
go.
signed off. Let's talk about
I
it.
gotta pee.
No,
I've had,
I honestly then
5 beers.
go. Then go
where
if
to
you
go.
gotta go. You can go right there.
That's a felony.
That couch is maybe.
All right,
I don't know. No, I was just gonna say this again. My side too. Just thank you once again. And this was an easy decision. First time we met you guys, we were like,
Give 'em
we were
a hug.
hoping that, hey, like I don't know, are these guys nerds like us? Are they degenerates like us? We walked
Yes.
away feeling yes,
Yes.
inside.
Yes, sir.
And you guys care about the same things we care about.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
what.
Brad, just give him a
That's the
hug
most
and
important
let's
thing,
go eat
so.
Applebee's.
Thanks for devaluing my piece to close out the.
Oh,
podcast.
Brad, I love you, brother.
It didn't devalue it. We appreciate it.
No,
I love
but
it.
yeah. Cheers.
Yep.
See you.
Good night.
Dose.